Greetings and welcome to the 1/6 Scale Man proudly presents, you know what it is, Collecting Lounge International Sunday Fun Day with all of you and all from us. We get a chance to spend time with you guys and have a little conversation. Internationally known to rock the microphone. All of us, we are. Rob Bass reference. If you know, you know. Anyway, man, so definitely I'm just glad to be here this afternoon as we have like a free for all discussion. We're going to talk about a few things. We want to keep it positive in the realm of positivity, and just keep it in that collecting realm. You know what I mean? I want to, keep it there, and to make sure that we do. I have a special guest, an enforcer. I want to call him the enforcer of goodness on this show. We got my man Joao, Big Brothers, is going to actually be here with us. So thank you, guys, and thank him for basically being here with us. But anyway, we're going to definitely dive in. But before we do, I just want to kind of mention a couple of things right off the top here, just to let you know that we are still in the midst of the Halloween initiative. That's going full-fledged, and it is looking good. Like, straight up, we have actually met our goal, and we're still pushing forward with that. And I'm excited, so excited to basically have going. It has been. And the responses that you guys have and the contributions that you guys have provided have been so great. We went shop for Halloween costumes yesterday. We're doing some more today. So there's going to be a video up for that. Just to kind of show our appreciation for all the collectors, all the names of everybody who contributed. It's going to be on there as well. So we're excited. So yes, that's still going to be going up into the first. So definitely I'm excited about that. So wanted to get that out there. Like I said, all contributions will still go towards making sure kids actually have costumes. And then last but not least, also just wanted to put that out there that we still actually have some spaces for the Jazz Inc. Iron Scavenger. If you go onto the social media Instagram page, you'll see some spaces available for you there. As soon as we actually reach the limit, we will go ahead, regardless, on the first or basically the last weekend of September going in October, we will actually spin the wheel, spin the dice, and let you know who won that piece. So definitely that's still going on. So thank you very much for everybody who's contributed and been a part of such a great cause. I'm excited about it, and I'm glad it's still going. But without further ado, I want to introduce this amazing panel, group of individuals, my brothers, as always. What's going on with you guys, man? How you guys doing today?
What's going on, brother? How are you?
What's going on, man? Happy Sunday, brother.
Yeah, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, man. So glad to have everybody here. So festive. First off, I just want to actually let me introduce the guest, special guest, my guy, Joao, Big Brother. What's going on with you, man?
Much. Everything is fine. Finally, I made to Collector Lounge.
Yes.
With nice group of people. I normally don't see live. I listen on Monday morning.
Mm-hmm.
On the way to work and send my kids to school. I normally listen it, and finally I made it. Thank you for having me here. I think we are going to have a very nice stream today.
Yes,
today
man.
For you, for me is evening time.
Evening, afternoon for us. That's how it is. Next up, we got the guy, you know him, you love him, my man Shane. Look at him, bro, with the flanny. He breaking it back out, man. He got the herringbone. Come on, man. Skull. Let's go.
Meow. You're on mute, man.
I think you're muted a little.
Muted.
Are you muted?
You are muted.
He's on mute.
Is he muted?
I was only talking shite anyway. No. What I was saying is, it's getting chilly here. I love winter. I prefer winter clothes to summer clothes, and kind of in my element now with these kind of fall, as you would call them, autumn evenings. So just looking forward to talking to the panel. And it's nice to have someone from Russia. That's always good.
Oh, Jesus.
He's Portuguese. He lives in China, folks. Come on.
Straight out. My guy, all day, every day, man. So glad to have Big Brother here, man. And so glad to have you here, Shane. As always, 1 6-figure focus. And I guarantee people out there, it will be a focused channel today. Next up, we got my man. I mean, one of the smoothest,
bro?
The smoothest cats out
What's
there.
Good, man?
What's going on with you, brother?
Well, here, man, I ain't bringing gloves with me, but it's fair. So, what's going on, man? Glad to be
gloves. Here. I forgot about the gloves.
Hands off.
Forgot about the sponsorship, bro. We didn't even basically bring the sponsorship in here. So you know what? You set yourself up. And we are talking about Cam's custom gloves. Yes, Bam, embrace the cheats. Cam's custom gloves. Yes. If you want them, he got them. Come on, Cam's custom gloves. It's his duty to grab the booty. That's all day, every day. Let's go.
The slogans just keep coming week to week, and I'm like, damn. I'm like, man, I gotta find a jingle next, all this stuff. It's good, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, bro.
So glad to have you here. And last but not least, my guy, Rich in the building. Come on, man. What's going on with you? Reviews with Rich all day, everyday guy. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm awesome. Thank you very much. I have been on full-on daddy daycare duties since Friday. My wife went away for the weekend, so I had some quality time with my daughter, which was amazing, and she was on really good form. So I just had a great time, really quality time, and it's awesome to have a wonderful stream with you all today. So thank you very much. And obviously, Cam's gloves, no gloves, no love. Cheers for week.
That's right.
Trying to think of all the ones we can say live on the channel, but no, man, it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much. Highlight of my Sunday is doing this, so thank you again.
Thank you so much, man, and thank you for basically being here. It's going to be a great one today, and thank you guys out there, the entire chat community, for being here, which I am going to address. We got Tully in the building. We got 1/6 scale Army is out there. Damon Zapp is out there with us. Feezy Figures in the building all day, every day. William Owens. We got Focused out there. Man, what? We got Commander Green, H Green in the building. RMD Collective in the building. Norsky Way is here. Let's see who else we got. Odin 01 is in the building. Windman 42, Empire Strikes Again. Who else we got? We got Figurassic Park in the building. My guy, Figurassic, all day, every day. Thank you for being here, man. As always. Shiny is in the building. We got Mark P in the building. Shelv Scenes is in the building with us. Who else we got? Let's see here. Tully. AJ Agrusa is in the building. Hardcore Candy is in the building. Thank you for being here. Mark Attack. We got Collector Joe in the building. Let's see who else we got. Beam is in the building with us as well. KG the Collector, my guy. KG, Mr. 10%. Blitz 0065 is in the building. Man, what is in the building with us? Let's see here. CT603, 12-inch Moose Dream is in the building. Thank you for being here, brother. Who else we got? CT6. So we said that. Anybody else that we haven't recognized in here that we should? Jason Douglas is in here with us. Thank you for being here with us, brother. And yes, we just got a $10 super chat by my man, my bro, all day, every day. Figurassic Park. He said, better give my money to the kids than Neon Iron Man. Yeah. That's definitely another one. Yes. Neon Iron Man. But you know what? Thanks for it's going definitely to a good cause. And they got Brendan Rowley is in the building. He says, justice for Coolio. All day, every day, justice for Coolio. So anyway, thank you for being here. Ryan Smith is in the building as well. Lizzie Venus has come through with us. OG fan when Star Wars was just Star Wars. 1/6 Shooter is in the building. Mr. Stretch 22. Oh, man, we got a couple people floating through here. So glad to have you guys on board with us today. It's going to be a great discussion. Guys, it's look, fall season's upon us. Holiday season's upon us. Like, what a better way for us to basically begin the season than to talk about figure collecting and what it basically means to us and what it, because I know there's a lot of people out there basically they collect for different reasons. And here's the thing, this is where this is going to beg you guys out there in the chat. We need your participation on this as well, because I'm gonna pose a question and I want you guys to actually answer it as honestly as you can, because again, we need that participation, but at the same time, we want to, kind of share our experiences with you as well. And I have one major question and I want to ask y'all. And that question is, let's see here. Where did it go? Why do we collect? Plain and simple. That's all it means. Why do we collect? You know what I mean? Here's the thing. And that I say this in a way that these experiences, and I want to share these experiences with everybody because everybody has their own and a different experience. So why do we collect? What does it mean to us? What is it about collecting that gives us, it can be in a sense of nostalgia. It could be for personal reasons. It can be that you've connected to certain things and these figures or even characters have a level of importance in your life. But why do we? You know what I mean? It's just one of those things. Why do we? We're going to actually talk about that. We're going to get to a couple more things first, but I just want to talk about this from the top, off the top, just to kind of inject a little life into what we love and we know and love. So I'm gonna start with you, guest of the week, big brother, man. How do you you collect, bro?
Yeah, that's to be totally honestly, that's a question that sometimes I also do to myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's a mix of many things. Nostalgia, figures that mean something in
Mm-hmm.
some point of my life, from movies,
Mm-hmm.
from something that I shared with my son. For example, a movie we had watched together that means something to me,
Mm-hmm.
and movies that I watched back in the day that bring me good memories. For example,
Yeah.
the '89 Batman. It was
Yeah.
the first figure that I got. That one and the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
I think I collect. I call it like to have. It's my personal space. It's the
Yeah.
time that when I pose the figures, I open the figures. Is the time that I take my mind off work, take my mind off everything, and I just enjoy that
Mm-hmm.
moment over there.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's in some way it's also like some mental therapy
Yeah.
that it helps you someday in my situation, for example, because I'm living way far away from my family back in Portugal and everything. And during this time with the pandemic, I cannot visit my family for 4 years already.
Yeah.
And in some way, collecting is helping me to keep my mind on check,
Yeah.
because and the community and everything around it.
Yeah.
And other than why I collect, sometimes what I think is what will happen if I stop collecting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What will happen? It's like it will be like a empty hole in my life, because
Yeah.
collecting takes a lot for us, and we dedicate and we love so much that if sometime we reach a end, it's for me it's kind of scary, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of scary for me,
It is. It
because
is.
it's already a part of me.
Mm-hmm. It is. It's become a part of you because for a lot of us, it's not just about figure collecting. It's about the art form. It's about art pieces, nostalgia, things
Yeah,
that
so many things.
like it connects to you, like it connects to the family, certain moments in life that you've shared with family. So it's on so many levels. So I definitely agree with you there. Rich, what does collecting mean for you, bro? Like how does it just the experience of just collecting when you think about when you first started collecting and how far you've come since then. I mean, I know that for you, you do a lot of movie reviews, you're thrusted into that world. You're a movie buff, just like I love film. Film is basically probably one of the most important part of the reasons why I collect, you know what I mean? So again, what does it mean to you, bro?
Well, it's quite similar to Joel's answer, really. I'm a family man like himself, and I have a piece of the property that I own, and that is my own personal space. And my personal space is this, is what's behind me now. I've always collected figures, Star Wars figures, vinyl records. I've got a huge collection of vinyl records. I collect Lego. I collect hot toys. I collect statues now. I started going into statues. And for me, the love of collecting is tied in very much what Shane has said previously, is my love of film and pop culture. Film is my sports, is my thing that I always gravitate to. The nostalgia element is a creative outlet for me. Like doing things like this is a real outlet for me from not being a dad and a husband and an employee. It's my own personal little thing for myself, and it's really wonderful that we can have that, and also this community. The fact that I've made real friends from doing this and from connecting on these streams and on social networks and stuff like this, and it's just really wonderful. I wouldn't have met you guys if I hadn't fallen in love with collecting, and that's for me is really hugely important. And I've had my struggles and stuff in the past and things to overcome, and love of film and the love of pop culture has been a real connection for me and my brother as well. My brother lives in Spain. I get to see him very rarely. He's got sons and stuff, and obviously I've got my family here, and not to get too much behind it, but basically I'm incredibly close to my brother, and our connection to pop culture and films is there and will always remain, and that's our thing that we talk about a lot and stuff, and that is always there, and obviously that's what I'm trying to do this channel and stuff. So that's the reason why I collect, that's the reason why I love film, that's the reason why it ties me into all of this. So does that answer that right?
Yeah, that was a great answer, bro.
Thanks,
and that's the thing. And I think it inspires, bro, and that's what we're here to do, inspire, and we get inspired through these pieces. And that's what I definitely love about it. Before I get to you, Shane, we got a $5 super chat by peace and love to the fellow collectors around the world. Thank you very much for that, man. Thank you so much for that contribution. Shane, I mean, I know with you, like even myself, I think all of us, but you've spent time, like you've traveled to so many different places. You've taught in a totally different country. And I know that connectivity tissue there for you is important because sometimes you've even been disconnected away from family at some point. And you've developed new family connections. And a lot of that can be even experienced through the collections and stuff like that. The pieces that we actually get. How does it, why do you collect, pretty much, and what started you down this road? I think you're on mute again. For some reason, it muted it.
I'm trying to be. I noticed that Marco from 16fix always mutes his mic when he's not talking, and that's probably because Zach always gives out to him. And I just thought that's good etiquette, and I'm trying to do it, and it's very difficult. I'm not used to doing it, so I want to get. It's just good etiquette because of the ice cream van and stuff. Sorry, I collect because it makes me happy. Like it just makes me happy. It's a 2-hour stream, and I could hijack it and talk for 24 hours, but I'm not going to. Like everything Rich said, I agree with everything that Joao said. I agree with, and I'm sure I'm going to agree with what Cam and yourself said. Like everyone needs a third place, and I think that's what Joao mentioned, and that's what Rich mentioned. We have your first place is your family life, your second place is your work life, and your third place is that it should be for you, that it's not just your family, and your family is important. It's not just your job, and your job is important, but it's that thing that gives you joy. And collecting is not my life. Collecting is part of my life. My third place are my hobbies. So it's like, why do I mountain bike? Because it makes me happy. Why do I exercise? Because it makes me happy. Why do I travel? It makes me happy. Why do I go to gigs or listen to music, spend time with friends, eat chocolate, have a beer? Because it makes me happy. And collecting is just one of those things that brings me joy. And, why wouldn't you do something or continue to do something if it just gives you that buzz?
Yeah, definitely, bro. That's a great answer, bro. And that's a great and honest answer. That's what's the most important there. Cam, you know what I mean? My bro, like, literally, your connection to Marvel, your love for Marvel, stuff like that, shines through, just your connection to the lore. Why do you collect, bro? Like, what you started down this road, and why do you think it's like important to you?
Yeah, I think honestly, it goes back to being a kid, sitting up there and watching movies with my dad and just trying to connect to the superhero feel of the original Superman and the Michael Keaton Batman movies and stuff, and when I look back at it now, I that same love and the same feel transfers to my daughters as well, if I had a son, he'd probably be the same way, but I have all girls, and
me too.
I'm like setting up some guy to dream women right now. Okay. because like, you know, they love these comic book movies, they love the lore of the Marvel and the DC stuff, and I'm like, yo, you're welcome. Obviously, at this point, 50 years from now, of course, though, that's only when I'm allowing it.
Of course.
So yeah, it was like tomorrow, no, hell no. So but yeah, I'm just like, you know, I connect with them because like I'm sitting here with my 5-year-old and she's like, ooh, that's Gamora. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, you get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, let's go. I'm like, come on. Oh, things that collectors say, let's go. So shout out to Focus. So yeah, you know, it's just great to be able to share the same love with my family and my friends as well. And like Rich said, I was able to meet you guys on here because like I have friends outside of this community, you know, but they don't this type of world doesn't resonate with them like how it does with us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, you have your family, you got your other friends, and then you got your collecting friends, you know? And I think, you know, I guess we need a fourth space too, if you think about it, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it helps, you know, the more people around you to support and just love the exact same thing as you, then it just helps you get through the day, honestly.
Definitely it does. And that's important, bro. Like I said, it does. It's, I mean, and that's the thing, like through collecting, I've met, you know, an extended family. You know what I mean? Like, you know, everybody here is my extended family that we can have these discussions, talk about the things that we love, get message back and forth when pieces drop that we love, pieces that we drop that we're like, I don't know about that. You know what I mean? We have these conversations, upfront conversations about it. And it's like, you know, like, wow. You know what I mean? Like I don't, outside of, you know, my life here, I can't just go next door and talk to a friend of mine or you know, talk to a group of individuals that I know. We could talk about comics, but in the realm of collecting, they just don't get it. You know what I mean? It's not something that they're into. You know what I mean? So I mean, even though I got my boy Vinny, Vincent Dunn art, you know, he's actually coming over to the dark side. He purchased his first collectible. He actually got the Luke, the Mandalorian Luke. So he actually just got that. So he's got that on order. So we got him over. But other than that, I mean, for me, it's always been a personal, not just a personal thing, a personal journey, but nostalgia for me has been important. I mean, I've grown up with Star Wars, loved it, you know, sat in the theaters in 1977 when it first dropped. I'm old as shit. Don't clown me. But I sat in the theater basically 1977, watched it for the first time with my family, you know, with my mother, with my father, you know, and my sisters, my brother, like, you know what I mean? We had a chance to actually see this film, a grand film, one of the first films I ever saw in the theater, and it was an incredible experience. And that's carried over. My love for science fiction has always been there. My love for just story, narrative, great storytelling. You know what I mean? Growing up, you know, through the 80s, you know, watching the development of certain films, like whether it's RoboCop, whether it's Batman, whether it's Fast Times at Ridgemont High, whether it's you know, that's my Rich. You know about that film.
I know, man. I know.
you know that film.
When you know, you know.
When you know, you know. When you know, you know. Half of the stars you see right now came from that movie, straight up.
Yeah.
But I mean,
what was the movie?
Fast Time at Ridgemont High, bro. You
gotta never heard
that
of.
Film.
No,
bro,
it was give it a watch.
Sean Penn, Judge Reinhold was in it. Forrest Whitaker was in it. Who else was in it?
God, who else was in that?
Man, it was so many people that was in that film. It was it's a lot.
Yeah,
but
classic.
When you're drawing up like Once Bitten with Jim Carrey, I know you've seen that, Shane. Have you seen that before? You never seen Once Bitten, bro? I'm telling you,
I haven't actually.
Bro,
No.
Once Bitten, that was one of Jim Carrey's first films. He was bitten by a ancient vampire who seduced him, and he becomes a vampire. People don't know it. He shows up to Halloween.
I've never heard of that.
Like, bro, he shows up at
Sounds
a party.
great.
Bro, it's incredible. Like, he shows up for Halloween. Well, actually shows up at his school. They had a Halloween party. He's wearing an all-black suit, but they think he's in a costume. He's like, I'm not wearing a costume. Like, whatever, bro. It's incredible. But you gotta look that up. Once Bitten, it's an incredible film. But yes, bro, like, I mean, I'm connected to all this nostalgia in film and the lore and in comics. And then when I have to have those things in figure form, it means a lot. Through that, not only have, you know, basically I met you guys, like I've met the lady of my life, right now, the love of my life right now, and she fully supports everything that I actually do. And it's just it's a super amazing experience. I mean, through that, I've been able to connect with, others across the world, you know what I mean, on so many different levels, traveling, meeting people, face to face. It's been such an amazing experience, and all that was through collecting things that we basically love. And I'm pretty sure I've read some of the comments out there with individuals, who basically feel the same way. We got a super chat here by Mr. Sketch. I collect for two reasons. As an artist, it helps with my creativity and inspiration. Secondly, it serves as an extension to my love for comics and heroes. Yes, definitely, bro. I get that. I definitely get that. 100%. We also got Agent Silverfox. P.S. My missus is a clinical psychologist and is watching, listening to you, us all. Definitely,
Whoa.
man. Definitely, bro. And that's some real ish, bro. Like, for real. Like, it is a form. And I was talking to a few people behind the scenes, and they were telling me, like, yo, this is one of the reasons why they do collect, is because it is therapeutic. Like, Joel and everyone has said, it's therapeutic. Some people who basically deal with clinical depression or deal with, like, a level of, depression, they do this because it centers them. You know what I mean? It keeps them really focused on something, takes them away from everything else. And that's why it's important for us to inject that level of positivity when it comes to collecting and talk about things that we love. Because the problem is when the focus is on something completely different, and oh yeah, Phoebe Cates, he got it. Phoebe Cates all day, straight up. So best God kid, my guy. But yes, one of the reasons that it's important is because, again, you never know how words can affect a person, and especially something that they love. And if they don't feel connected to it, then what do they have? Sometimes they don't have anything left. You know what I mean? So it's important that we are always focused on what's important, and we drive that.
I think there's quite a bit of a 6-scale burnout within the community of late, and I think for us just to kind of say why we love things like this and collecting, sometimes it's hopefully to issues. I think was a great thing that you did to kind of set that objective of just being positive today, rather than just being like, why the hell have they released this, etc., because it can get tiring after a while when you see some of these streams. So it's really good.
Oh, we got a person scenes who just decided to wake up and join us right now. Of course, we have none other than Loco Lou is in the building. What's popping, bro? How you doing, man?
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, what's popping, people?
What's going on, bro?
I'm good. How's my 1/6 scale family doing?
Good, brother. How are you?
We're good, man.
I'm good.
So have you been watching? You've watching, and the question that we're asking right now, right?
Why do we collect? Well, you've asked this question before.
Yeah, but we need to revisit it, because I think right now is a time to basically revisit it with everything that's going on in the community and the injection of positivity that's definitely needed. I think it's best that we actually revisit these conversations, talk about it, and why it's important to us. Because again, it is to kind of de-stress the situation. When we start talking about, when a conversation is always pointed towards market, and here's the thing, but I want to say these things because it's not to knock individuals who talk about it, because they're important. It's important to have the conversation, but also important to bring it back to what got us here in the first place. And I think for me, collecting is mainly, it's the art form that I like to talk about. So when we get thrusted into everything else that really, really doesn't have a lot to do with why we love collecting, bro, it takes away from everything. So before you answer that question really quick, we got a $13.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Chewy's Bandolier. I was born in January of 1973. I'm a 73 too, kid. Here we go. October 25th, 1973. My birthday's next month. Yes, all day, every day. I've always loved Star Wars, but when I hit my 40s, nostalgia of my childhood started to become more important to me. I turned 50 in a few months, and I'm so happy. Bro, I'm happy for you guys. So glad that you're able to share this with us and my fellow 1973 You know what I mean? Come on, man. You already know. Definitely, I'm in there with you, man. So thank you very much for that. So we some old as shit mofos. Anyway, Lou, continue, bro.
Okay. I got to get started before I continue, baby. So let me get into it. When it comes to collecting, why do we collect? It's escapism, it's hobbyist, it's whatever floats your boat. It's your reason alone. No one has that reason. It's like, why are you an artist? Whether you're a musician, you're a dancer, or you're nice with your PC and you can make all these graphics come out. A paintbrush is different for everybody. You know what I mean? Your canvas is different for everybody, and this hobby is no different. Some people get caught up and get overdriven by the hobby itself. But this is why we collect. We could see, like, my brother right here beside me. He has a limited amount of space for his collection, and whatever he feels is still valid to him, he'll keep it. If not, he'll curate it and just send one away and bring something new in to the fray and give it to someone who will buy it at his price and whatever the price of the market is, and he will keep whatever's curated in his collection that's nostalgic to him. Me, I'm a hoarder. I buy anything that I like. That's Spider-Man, now Star Wars, and Deadpool. You know what I mean? Turtles. Those are my go-tos. You know what I mean? Now I got bit by the bug of Boba Fett because of Mandalorian and all that other stuff. But then again, I was able to go back and like, oh, I remember that as a kid, and then hit that nostalgia button. And it's always going back to when we were kids. You know what I'm saying? For most of us, and like, okay, how do I mix the two and have it as a representation of part of me, behind me, or beside me, or in front of me, or in my hand? So it's escapism. It's a lot of these things, and we put these together and have these things for ourselves. So, you collect for the. Ooh. Who got the static?
I don't know.
It's you,
bro. Is that you, brother? I think it's going away now, slightly. You good? You good?
I hear it. I still hear it. I got earpods on, so I still hear it. But still, it's if collecting's for you, you buy what you like. But if you start getting to a hole, then it might not be for you. If you have no self-control, it may not be for you. But collecting's for everybody. In whether it's sneakers, hats, caps, clothes, jewelry, this, that, and the third. Like, it's really up to you and what got you into collecting. There's always something. Somebody who was into fashion, was very flashy. You got a nice wardrobe. Like, I'm speaking facts. Every time you pop something on Instagram, you got new fresh cakes. You got
I'm trying to keep up with Shane. I'm just trying to keep up with Shane, bro. Like, go to Shane's page. No, bro. Go to Shane's page, bro, and just scroll through his pictures. I'll be like, yo, motherfucker. I'm like, yo, man, like, what?
No.
Let me try to. I'm taking that. I'm stealing that
Hey,
idea.
in fairness, you got the hookup on my personal Instagram. Do you know? Lou's gonna buy me dinner first, but we can make it happen.
No. What you're gonna get is a churro, okay? You're gonna get a churro. But it goes back to what is it you like? Are you in love with the exclusives? Are you in love with the market? Are you in love with the collecting and what collecting does for you? There's multiple. It's a loaded question with multiple answers. You just gotta pick and choose. Think of it like a buffet. Pick whatever you want on your plate, and if you put too much on your plate that you can't handle, either you get yourself a side plate that you're able to finish. If not, think before you act on your plate.
Yeah, this is true. This is true, man. So I mean, definitely, I love that answer, bro. And I think this again is something that it is important to us when it comes to like the collecting community. Is to really kind of go back and rehash on the things that you know, kind of brought us to this point. You know, things that we love about collecting, things that, you know, pretty much have been you know, a staple in our lives. And like, you know, Shane said, I collect because I love it. It doesn't even have to be a long drawn out thing. We collect because we love it. You know what I mean? We collect because it's the love for it, all day, every day. Now I set that up, right? I set that up because I want to also kind of like segue into something really briefly, because again, inject the positivity. Remember, this is a positive discussion. But at the same time, there's certain things that we do have to talk about and get everybody's take on it to really understand. Now, I pose that because I am one myself, and I've said this, that I don't have a problem with reissues. I don't. I really don't. You know, where I'm at here when it comes to reissues, I don't, because I think that everybody, in all fairness, should have a chance to get something. If they want to retool certain things, that's cool. Or if they just want to give us a totally different aspect of a figure, they want to give us a different perspective of a figure, a different idea, then I'm all for it as well. Now, I say that basically because I know that this has been a hot topic for a couple of days now. Which, I mean, come on, it's hot toys. We have to grow to understand that, grow to respect it. Joel, I'm gonna start with you on this one because I'm gonna bring this figure up because I know it's basically been a conversation. Now, I want to get your thoughts on this. I want to get your thoughts on this Iron Man 2 with gantry, the Neon Tech Iron Man with gantry. What's going on? Like, since this space, you're there, you're over there. What has been the conversation about this figure since it dropped?
No, actually, the collectors around here, they are excited for these. They are normally always, they are excited for anything Iron Man.
Yeah, I got
so that's the main reason why they start collecting Hot Toys, was always because Iron Man. So obviously they are excited for these. For myself, I don't have an issue with these. I know this was already reissued, but they only add the gantry over there. I don't have a problem with that. Even with any reissues, I don't have a problem as long as it's at least an improvement for what they did before. But yeah, for this Iron Man, I know many, from what I've been hearing in streams, most people are not very excited about it. But around here, at least here I know in China, the collectors are really excited to have these in hands.
Yeah. That and from what I see, like just some of the responses over there, people are excited about this. Lou, I know that you were also another person that you were, as I was watching the other day, you and Brother Cousins were talking about this, and you were excited about this piece. It's something that you said you wanted to get. Are you still there, Lou?
You are muted.
Yeah, I put myself on mute just so that way if I had any interference.
Yeah,
but,
got you.
Yeah, I'm still excited for this, man. I missed out on the first one. A friend of mine has this, and I've seen photos of it in his collection, and it's an amazing piece. I've seen this also in the comics, where Tony had a Tron-like look to his armor, and I thought that was so cool. And I'm a sucker for anything that glows and has a black light effect. I'm a sucker for stuff like that.
Yeah.
And this right here speaks volumes to me. This is for the sucker that is me. So that, like, because I missed out on it, now we get a chance to dip on it, but it still comes at a price because we're dealing with today's prices, not what was it, 3-4 years prices, or even 5 years prices. We're not dealing with those prices anymore. Now we in a new market with the price tag being a little bit higher just for the figure itself. Now you include the gantry, it's going to be extra pricey, but I don't mind the gantry. It looks good. It actually fits with this specific suit because it is the Mark IV. The first time you see the gantry like form up and go crazy was in that Stark Expo, but it's not the first time you've seen the gantry. But you've seen the gantry before in Iron Man 1, where he gets caught taking the suit off and Pepper walks in, or when he suits up for the first time, right? So you see all the parts go on to him. It's just a different version of the gantry. This right here is that particular gantry from part 2. And for me, I wouldn't mind having it as a nice centerpiece with all the lights off and black light hitting it, and just having this connected via with soap reactors, so that way it lights up. Because I know they're not gonna, give us any USB power yet, because this is still an old model. It's dipping back into the well for those who are like, okay, I missed out on it. How much am I willing to pay for it? I know I'm not willing to pay $1,000 for it. And since it's hitting a specific market price, they've done this before with the Mark 47 and the War Machine and any of the other Mark that they did reissues of. They tap right back into the well. They re-offered it for people to buy. And is it a bad thing for the market? Yeah, but then again, we're talking toys. It's expensive toys, but it's still toys.
Yeah.
So, like, as a person who collects everything from every toy company and want to have my own toy company eventually when I'm like, a grandpa, this is something that I try to pay attention to, and it's very hard. It's very hard to gauge a market where you're trying to hit everybody's spot and their wallet.
Yeah, this is definitely true, bro. But I know also Rich was excited about this. We talked behind the scenes. Rich was like, yo, he cannot wait. This was a day one.
Hell no. No, it's not at all for me. Thanks for that. It's not at all for me. It's something that is impressive looking. Obviously it came out in like 2018, just the Iron Man with the Tron look. And it was going for, I was looking today, some silly prices. It went to the beginning of September. It was like £500 and stuff like this. So there is a demand for it. There's still a love for this particular look. I think it looks pretty cool. I agree with what Lou said there. I like the fact there's the gantry. It's not for me, but I think if they came out at the same time as the Mark IV with the gantry, they re-released that, and then they did this neon tech, then that'd be fine. I think that's what's annoyed some US collectors and this side. But for me personally, I'm not mad at all. I think it's an impressive looking thing. I think it looks pretty damn cool. I think it would have been awesome if they actually did the USB power, because how nice would that be? Seeing that lit up all the way through with the blue, I think that would look really impressive, rather than it being a black light up the luminescent side. It's not a bad thing at all, but I can see why some people got annoyed by it. But they just need to keep their emotions in check with something like this sometimes, because obviously, like, one week it's this, and then next week it could be a Cobb Vamp, or it could be anything that people want. But we've got to realize as well, there are 150 pre-orders at the moment that are still going through. Of course, they're going to go back to the well and use the molds, use the stuff to fund more R&D, more stuff like this, because it is important. And not everything's going to be for us, because if you pre-ordered everything that's out there at the moment, you're going to be broke unless you're Carlos. And it's like, that's the thing. It's like you just got to keep the emotions in check and just go, this one isn't for me. Maybe next week might be. And then that's just, you got to think financially as well. You can't have everything. So I think for me, it's a nice looking piece. I'd like it if it lit up properly, but it doesn't. So I mean, it's not for me anyway. But I think it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. We got my baby Latoya T in the house. Baby, love you. So glad that you're actually here with us. We had a great evening last night. Baby knows. Thank you for being here. Yes, it's her cute little name I give her. So she's gonna knock me out for saying that, but I'm just saying I'm sorry. But Cam, we had a conversation, bro, behind the scenes a couple days ago, and you actually hit me up about the because when we were looking at on screen, we had a chance to basically see or you showed me that there was those cause babies of the entire House Party protocol. And I was like, ooh, and we always know that with the cause babies, that's a potential introduction to what's to come. And I was like, when you said it, You notice how I was really, the conversation was short because I was like,
I gotta go. I gotta go.
no.
Yeah,
I was
because
like,
we even saw this
please.
one got released as a cause baby, right? As well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like, all right, well, does that mean we're gonna be getting the Silver Centurion? Does it mean the what was the other one that was on there? Well,
Yeah.
Midas has already been released, so that's already out.
Yeah.
Hammerhead, which was a version that hasn't been released in scale form.
Yeah.
But with this figure in particular, I'm actually surprised they re-released this. Like, I guess there was a demand out there. For me, I mean, I wasn't as excited because I just kept thinking about all the other figures they could be making instead of this one.
Yeah.
You know, like I know other places are really, really excited and really happy to get this in the collection, and I'm happy for them. But for me, it just didn't resonate at all, you know, because I'm really into accuracy of the MCU in particular.
Yeah.
So like if it hasn't been in a movie, for me, it doesn't really hold any type of weight, you know. So but that's just my opinion and how I feel about it. But I'm pretty sure someone's collection is gonna love this. And fingers crossed. I mean, I don't know, with all the reissues that are happening, like you said, with these cos babies, we might be seeing quite a few more Iron Men coming through then, if that's the case.
Yeah, I think it's the way it's looking, bro. Now, here's the thing, because you posed a very interesting question there as well. Like, what if, would our view of the Neon Tech change if we actually saw it on film? Would it change if basically they introduced these characters in live action, these you know, configurations, these, you know, in live action? Would that change? Shane, I'm gonna ask you that question. Do you think that our view on these figures, you know, with the Neon Tech, now I'm going to Shane because let me prepare you all for something really quick. Shane is going to give you complete honesty. So we know it starts there first, but
no filter.
Yeah, no filter, Shane, and we already know that all day. But do you think, would your view change of this particular piece if you saw it on screen?
Fuck no.
Damn.
A very rare F-bomb from me.
Uh-huh.
Nah, man, this looks like Iron Man tripping on acid, man. Look, it's just it's not for me. Like, I just got to put a caveat out there. When I give my opinions, it's not to elicit an emotional response from anyone. It's just an opinion. And like, if someone comes up to me and they say, you know what, and I've heard people say the Dark Knight trilogy, not for them, don't like it at all. I don't care because I'm kind of comfortable enough in my own skin to go, that's fine. That's fine. I accept that you have terrible taste, and that's okay. So, like, look, the Neon Tech Iron Mans, they're just not for me. Neither is the Listerine Iron Man or the low fat Iron Man. I can't believe it's not an Iron Man, the Disco Iron Man. It's just not for me. It's just, even like the screen accurate MCU suits, I don't get them all. I have to pick and choose. So there's about like 10 Iron Man that I would get before this. Again, just because it's not for me, that's just my opinion. Other people like Lou are going to get it. And like, if it brings them joy, just linking back to the earlier part of the conversation, then, you know, it's none of my business. Like, if something makes you happy, you should do it, you know? So, this, I get I've heard the whole argument that, you know, Iron Man's massive in Asia. You know, they need to keep these pumping out to keep the lights on. And I get that, but are you telling me that if they did this, or they could do the actual screen MCU version, the 2.0 with the gantry with the actual screen accurate color code 2.0, which one's going to be more popular? Be honest with yourselves. Do you think the Neon Tech one's more popular and will sell more, or do you think the actual screen accurate one that we got before, if they just straight reissued or 2.0 it even, like they did it in like quarter scale, but let's face it, a lot of people don't have the space, maybe even the funds for the quarter scale one. It's going to be a monstrosity of a thing. So that's my opinion on it. It's not for me. If people, I'm happy for those get it, but like I just don't get it. It goes right over my head. And the financial argument, I'm like, okay, but if they just did the 2.0 of this 6 scale Mark IV with the gantry, with the yellow gantry and the screen accurate version, I think that would sell and that would still keep the lights on, which makes me think, you know what? They're going to do that
They're
anyway.
all right.
They're going to do both, you know?
Mhm.
So, yeah, it's just not for me, folks. It's just not for me.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I see that it's definitely not for a lot of people. I'm for me, I definitely won't get it because again, I'm just not into that line. I'm with Cam when it comes to the accuracy, screen accuracy. I'm into what we've actually seen on film, and I would much prefer like a comic accurate figure as well. Like I want to see accuracy that way. But with that being said, it is. I'm not saying it's not a beautiful design because it's an amazing looking design. Just not something that I could see that would bode well towards my collection because I'm not really into it. But for those out there who are into it, it's going to be a hell of a figure for you, a hell of a setup, and I would, definitely because we've seen it. Now also we've seen that with the neon tech, it's not hard to get. You know what I mean? It's not hard for you to actually add it to your collection because it's out there. So if you do change your mind, anybody out there, you'll definitely, if you want it, you'll definitely be able to get your hands on it. If you don't want it, then hey, it is what it is at that point.
But just on that, Leah, sorry, just a final point there. Like, like when I see these get released, it's like once a week or once every 2 weeks. It's like it's another Iron Man, you know?
Yeah.
And 99% of the times, like it's not for me. I just go, Grant, no harm, no foul. I don't have to spend any money this week.
Yeah,
exactly. You know what I mean? It's a good thing. It's just like, like I don't understand the anger side of things. I can understand the eye roll and go, why? Like I'm definitely I don't get it, but there are other people out there that might like this. Fair enough. And I think there's holes in the financial, it sells well in Asia argument, but like it's just it's great when things pop up and you go, great, I don't have to worry about a payment plan on that. I don't have to put money aside for that because like Lou said, and you cannot collect everything, and people are going to tap out if you don't find your focus. Pun very much intended.
You can't. Definitely. You cannot collect everything, and that's why I chose not to, and to really skim it down to certain figures that I want. And for certain figures that I don't need, I just won't see in my collection. We also see that this now has been released or revealed, to pretty much everyone. This is the comic version of Spider-Man. This is the basically the Avengers campus version. So it does come with with the accessory wise, this version, because it's not the exclusive version that we actually saw at D23. This is the other version without the churro, without the actual the book. It just just the flyer. It's just the figure, the backpack, and the accessories, which is cool. Like I'm still cool with that, and I'm pretty sure people who wanted this, they'll be happy to get it in their collection. Lou, I know you actually got the exclusive version, and I never asked you how you got it, but then again, at this point, doesn't matter. Don't even tell me because I know you got inside connections. Anyway, Lou, you like this figure, right?
I love this figure, man. I love this figure. So it kind of gives me the classic vibe, but it also gives me that sensational Spider-Man. Like when I got into comics, it was Ben Reilly. I love this costume with the big spider that just reaches over to the back, kind of mirrored the front and the back, kind of like Venom, but different. And he had the web shooters on the outside, and the web shooters on the outside is what drew me to it. Same thing with Scarlet Spider, just loving web shooters on the outside. And this does it for me, and it's similar to the MCU suit too, because it's based off of that suit. It fills both voids at the same exact time. So this is both a comic book accurate suit, and it leans more towards the MCU suit, but it's also a Disney park suit. It's like it's the suit you don't see in the MCU, but it's there for the Disney park. You know what I mean? But it's also in the comics. So it's like Tom Holland's there. He's in the ride, and he quote unquote jumps into the suit. But you don't see him wear that. You see him wear the web shirt. Yeah, and that's fine. I can put that in my mind's eye together and be like, okay, I can fill in the blanks. I know what's what. This right here can fit the blanks. He's a smaller buck body comparison to the video game versions, and he can fit in both displays. If you have a comic book version with some of the comic book characters that's been made in third parties, you can throw that in there. If you want just a MCU representation and you don't want to pay the extra money for that Homecoming version or the Far From Home promo edition, which is the other variation of that with less accessories, then you can grab this. This one comes with a decent amount of service. You got backpack, you got a spider bot, and you got a hoodie. Right?
Yeah.
You don't necessarily need the choro or the book and everything. Those are little niche props that come from the theme park. You know what I mean? I wanted it because I'm just crazy. It's local. Don't ask what I do things. I just do things. Okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what to do if I found the car and I chased it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's an awesome suit. It's a Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with Spider-Man. Everyone was clowning on the black and gold suit, and it turned out to be a lot of people's favorite suits, even though it wasn't accurate. But still one of the most top revered suits, especially when you pose it. Everything's black. You don't have to really worry about damage because it's supposed to be an inside-out suit. You really don't get to see it in light, so it doesn't even matter at that point. But for here, it fits the bill on many different levels, and it's not everyone's cup of tea. That's why you can pick any version of Spider-Man that's for you.
Yeah, definitely, man. And me myself, like I had the I had the No Way Home battle damaged version with the diorama base. I had that on order because I was like, I wanted the battle damage version but I just looked at it and I went back and I was like, again, we always go back and we look at our collection. We look at some of the figures that we have and what we can do without. And for me, with everything else that's coming, I was just like, I don't need it. Like, I definitely don't need it. So I took that off. I kind of, got rid of it as far as what was on my pre-order list. I was like, and at the time, like when you ordered it, you didn't even have to put an NRD anyway. But so it was no loss for me at that point. But with everything else that's coming, I was like, I decided, like Shane and like everybody else, is just kind of scale back on the things that are more important. Star Wars has been one of the most important things to me. The MCU, I'm very, very selective about when it comes to certain pieces, and I have to be. So that's been my focus. But this right here, again, I don't know. Joel, is this something that you're interested in that you're going to get, bro?
Not at the moment. I'm not at the moment. I'm actually going to back to Spider-Man because now I think the situation that the market is one of the best times for you to collect Spider-Man figures because there are a lot of them already in stock.
Yeah,
and you can get very good figures at a very good price. But this one, first, I just want to mention is that months ago, even we on the streams we were mentioning that we want our toys to change their ways, to give us some limited releases, limited editions. They did exactly this with the D23. If you went there, you got the figure, you got the exclusive edition. The rest will get a figure, but without the churro and some small accessories. But I think this is what Hot Toys will be doing from now on, launching some special editions here and there, not worldwide. And I think collectors will appreciate it because I'm not mad because I cannot get the Spider-Man with the churro, because you will get most of it. You got the suit, got the Woody, got the backpack. So I think it's okay. But I just want to ask a question because I know you I don't know how many of you collect Spider-Man. Which are your favorite suits, Spider-Man suits from Hot Toys?
Oh man. Mine,
let's say
has
three.
to be three. Favorite three. Okay. So number one right now, to be quite honest, is of course the Into the Spider-Verse Miles Morales. Like, because it's so much you can do with that figure, so many accessories. I love that suit. I even love the ingenuity. Literally, that is the suit that is it's the cream of the crop on what they should do and how they should do going forward, because you can articulate that thing and it goes right back into shape. It's such an amazing figure. Third would actually be the the video game VGM version of Miles Morales. So I definitely love that suit.
The advanced suit.
It's the Miles Morales. Not it's the
the
regular
Miles Morales.
version. The regular version. Yeah, like the first VGM version of Miles Morales. I love that particular version. Damn, I forgot about because I have that advanced suit too. And I know Brendan Riley, he loves that advanced suit. I would have to say number 3. The comic accurate version of it. That's
classic.
because I had the classic version, the comic classic version. Yes, I love that. The only unsightly part about that is around the neck. It bunches up in the neck when you pose it certain points. But other than that, yeah, because it was a toss up between that and the Scarlet Spider.
That
Scarlet.
That was gonna be my number one, to be honest. Scarlet Spider, Ben Riley, the advanced suit from the PS4 game, because I really love the white in it. It looks really striking, and the physique looks spot on. And the Homecoming, the tech suit deluxe, which I sold a long time ago and instantly regretted it. But yeah, those 3 to answer your question, Joel.
Yeah. For me, it's going to be the Into the Spider-Verse Miles, because it's the only figure that I bought 2 of, and it's en route. So I'll be having that soon. But I already know it's figure of the year. I've been calling it all this time when people were ready to cancel and stuff. Lael knows. I told everybody it's going to be figure of the year. It's going to be that Spider-Man figure. That's figure of the year. Yeah, it comes with too much stuff for you not to say so. It even enables you to go and buy an extra pair of shoes that are accurate just to go with the damn figure. You know what I mean? That just costs you like a little extra 20 beans. You know what I mean? Like you can buy accessories for any of your figures that don't matter, but that actually matters to most people. Mm-hmm. So he will be my number 1 Into the Spider-Verse Miles. Second, Scarlet Spider, my first Spider-Man figure from Hot Toys. You can't get no better than that, you know. Mm-hmm. And for Miles, being in that same aesthetic, same style, where the suit just snaps right back into place. There's no technical vinyl on that figure other than the shoulders that's printed, that screen print the shoulder piece, and some pieces on the thighs, and then the piping. Other than that, everything on that figure is mwah. You know, that figure is phenomenal, and it comes with the coolest accessories ever for any of the Peters. You got cell phone. You got the coffee. You got the donut from that. That's the coffee and donuts are reissues though, but still, it's something different that comes with your Spider-Man. Then you have this guy right here. For me, he's number 3. He's fun figure. I don't own any of the other MCU figures. This will technically be my one that blurs the line, but I love this figure. It has the snapback for the red portions, and I haven't put this guy down since I got him. Like, it's been a toss-up between him, Boba Fett, and now Cable that's in my hand that I've been messing around with the most. Those 3 I can't put down. My 501st a little bit, I'm just like, oh, it's so good, but my attention goes to the red and blue. You know, and the shiny black. And Cable, because I've been for years for Cable. You know, I'm a huge X-Men fan. And just this Spider-Man, like, if you don't have any of the MCU ones, this one blurs the lines and fits the bill. It may not be 100% accurate, but it's close enough that, or, you know, in the not knows and they see this in your collection, they're like, oh, that's dope. You got Spider-Man. Oh, yeah, that's nice. I like this collection. They'll see it and glance and not really look at it and be like us, where we're like,
yeah,
that's not the one from Homecoming. That's not the one from Far From Home. Where did this one come from? Oh, I know which one you got. You got the churro.
Yeah. Got you, bro. Appreciate that, man. Definitely. Oh, Shane, I think I seen you just pop one up here. I think this is like one of your favorite ones, right? And I think I forgot about this. I can agree with this one as well. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah,
I think you're muted.
I need Marco to. Can you hear me now? I need Marco to give me the tips and just remembering. Yeah, this is it, man. It's I just love the look of this. I really like when they have. I like the tech suit anyway, because you have the red and the blue, the kind of traditional kind of colors. I know it's not exactly comic book accurate, but it's it's close enough. The smaller spider. I like the way you get a bunch of different lenses with the eyes, then, so you can make him like expressive. I really like that. Yeah, the way it has the lenses move. And just the layering, like the hood. I like the way the hoodie is a separate piece, and the little pulleys actually work. It's a working zip. And the blazer, and when it's all put together with the headphones, the blazer, the hoodie, like the science book, I was always going to like that, and the backpack, it's like he's on his way to school in some weird way, and it doesn't look the tailoring's really good. It doesn't look bulky. It could have looked very Michelin Man, but it doesn't. So yeah, that's my favorite one.
Bows well, definitely, man. I forgot about that piece because it is simply amazing. Cam, were you going to get? Are you going to get that? This
the Disneyland Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Nah. Nah, it's cool, but like, I don't know. I think it just resembles so much of the other suits as well. So it's like it doesn't really stand out to me as far as other ones. And it goes back to like not actually seeing it in the MCU for me too. So it's just like I mean it looks cool though. It's great. It does suck that you can't get the churro in the textbook now, because that was the Hot Toys exclusive version. But I feel like that honestly, the churro honestly made it though. Like like it set it apart. Like it made it like, okay, this is what they sell at Disney. Boom, and now it's just
not there.
Just Spidey.
Like because it was more of it. But I mean, granted, like I said, I mean, like Joel pointed out, they did own up to the simple fact that it wasn't exclusive. That was an exclusive, and they need to do more than that, because that can correct the wrongs that have happened in the past, that this was an exclusive piece that you could have only gotten at a con, as far as like the book and the churro, you can only get those accessories at a con. And I think that was really, really good. And for people who still want this figure, you'll get a chance to get it.
Can I say something really quickly on this? It's a good point that Joel made. However, I think communicating it would be better on Hot Toys' part, because if they'd have come out and said, this is a D23 exclusive, we're going to release it later on, and it's going to have less accessories, then people would not be spending $600, which some of them have been doing, to get this, because they thought it was a one and done, and that was it. I think that's poor form on their part. I think they did the same with Cap D23, even though people knew that they're eventually going to release the Endgame one, because obviously it was like a year or so before, maybe longer. But I think that's if they'd have done that, I think it would have helped. I think people would have maybe kind of go, okay, I'll hold off until the one that isn't as exclusive comes out. They literally thought, when some people were buying this, they thought that this is a one-time opportunity to get this thing, and paid the big bucks for it. So I think if they communicate it better, again, I keep saying it, but the communication is really important from Hot Toys. It is. It's really, really important. If I'm going to get this, I'm going to Disneyland Paris next year with my family, and if this is here, if this is there, I will get it, because it'll be like a memento for that time I was there. So that's been my answer for that one. But I think it's a good looking suit. It looks really nice. Like Lou's doing some really good poses there, and it looks awesome. It's very similar. Got quite a few designs of Alex Ross kind of style. You know, the old, the Marvels look.
Classic,
the old classic look of it. I really like it. But yeah, I just wanted to say that about the communication thing, because I think that's really important. I think
definitely. I get it.
When they did release that, I think that was important to say that.
Definitely get it, bro. Definitely get that. Yeah, good thoughts all around about that, man. Definitely.
Can I just give my thoughts on this, please?
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go right ahead.
I agree with Rich on the communication, because everyone's like, there's a kind of a it's still not an exclusive if you think about it, because the images that you're showing, that's the one that's up on Sideshow now, and it still has exclusive on it, but it does not have the exclusive parts. Yeah. So there's nothing exclusive about what's on the screen right now.
So they just gave us this without. They gave us this, with the tagline exclusive.
The exclusive
on it, but it's
parts
not
are in D23. Let's be clear on that now. Yeah. The churro and the Pim Cola and the book, there's a kind of a trail of talk where people were like, well, you know, they wanted a complete set and they really wanted the churro. And that's fair enough. But there was probably, and this ties back into Rich's point, there's probably people there who are like, man, if I'd known this would go on Sideshow for like 300, I wouldn't have spent 400 on it, because the churro and the Pim Cola and the bag mightn't mean as much to them. But then again, some people really like churros. So, yeah, you know, look, I'm a sucker for an accessory, but I think what you see on the screen right now, that it's not an exclusive, in the same way that the Shanghai exclusives, they're not exclusives. The same ones are up on Sideshow now. But with all that said, this is a banging looking figure. Like the Spider-Man figures in general look great. I'm so glad I'm not a gamer, because I know I'd be playing that PS4 game, and I know that then all those fantastic looking pieces, they'd just be too tempting. So that's in the same way that, like, I'm glad I'm not collecting Clone Wars, because there'll just be holes in my wallet. Like, if you look at this, it's a very vibrant red, it's a very vibrant blue, it's a beautiful kind of almost traditional looking suit. The spider is a bit bigger. I actually prefer the spider on this than the tech suit that I just showed 2 minutes ago. The silver web shooters, they just pop the same way that the zombie hunter did. I'm a sucker for a hoodie and a Spider-Man figure, and the bag as well. I just think, again, tying into Rich's point, just communicate it. But that's kind of like their trademark, and that's where InArt has a little bit of an edge there, where they kind of do say, all right, we'll give you a staff, you know, that kind of way. Like,
yeah, that's true, bro. Like, I mean, communication is key. You know, in saying that, like I said, I kind of forgot the simple fact that there were people out there that were paying like $600, almost that. Even people that had this up for 1,000 that I saw, bro. Like, literally.
And you know what? The scalpers who had it on eBay for 1,000. Apparently, I was listening to, I think it was Will and Carlos and Marco and Ben on Will's show, and I think there was pictures of someone who went in and bought 10. Apparently, there wasn't the limit. I don't know if that's true or not, but if you're buying 10, you're buying them to flip them. So I hope that person gets stuck with them. Do you know? Because like, I hope people go, you know what? I'm not going to pay 500 for this. I'm just going to get the one on Sideshow, like, because like it's just wrong. They should have limited, especially that people bought the ticket to D23 and were in there, you know.
There's a picture, if you see it, people walking across the road with bags full of hot toys of this hot toy, and it's just like they're not like hardcore like collectors to get maybe 2. They're getting them to flip. And like, apparently they weren't stopping people from buying them, so they were getting one, going to the back of the queue, going again, going back to the queue, getting a couple. So it's just, the whole system was a bit flawed.
Comic-Con rules. You know, get back in the line. But real quick, I wanted to make note, when we got first notice of the D23 Spider-Man, I was on Geeking Out, and they did put in writing that you're going to get this with exclusive pieces to D23. And it was only the exclusive set, which is the churro, the flyer, yada, yada, yada. They said exclusive pieces to D23, which is only that, which this is supposed to be the B version. And when you get this, you're going to see it's going to say A version or regular version. But this one right here didn't come with a sleeve. But this is the B version, as we already know. But when we first heard this, it was on I was on Geeking Out, and we went through the motions of trying to figure it out and got confirmation of that. But it's never 100% transparent with Hot Toys. Nothing is. Sometimes you have to do a little bit of detective work and just read between the lines that they actually put out there, because things do get lost in translation as well, especially when they're trying to be very underhanded with what they're doing with their releases, reissues, exclusives that are not really exclusives, flooding the gates, so to speak. And I know why they're doing it. They have competition.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out real quick though. I want to shout out Brent's Talentino right now. He's actually he's caught in that typhoon over there in the Philippines. Shout out to you, bro. Hope everything gets better, man. You know the community is here for you. We are riding with you day one, man. Again, if you need anything, you know how to reach out to me, man, through Instagram or Facebook. definitely in full support of what's going on with you. So glad. Hopefully everything's okay with you, man. But again, the community's behind you. So definitely want to give you a super, super duper shout out for everything that you've contributed in the community and what you continue to do. And definitely, if you need something, bro, reach out. We got you. So yeah. So again, man, yeah, all great thoughts, man. And real quick, Joel, is this a piece that they were okay? So you didn't have, especially over there in Hong Kong, they didn't have the exclusive over there at all, did they?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Okay, cool. Because I was just wondering how the conversation was going over there, and I'm wondering if people are going to still try to get their hands on this now that it's going to come out. Again, yeah, great conversation. But I'm going to move on to something else that was kind of interesting, and it's kind of weird that this actually happened last night. And this has been the topic. It was like a sneaky way of doing it in a sense. That if you've RSVP'd this particular figure, then you might have noticed now that it's been updated on the site. Now, I don't have a clear picture of it, so I tried to do as much as I could. But yeah, it looks like now we finally have a head sculpt for Cad Bane. I mean, I'm not Cad Bane, Cad Bane.
Cad Bane.
No, not Cad Bane, Cad Bane. And this does look like Timothy Oliphant, bro. Like it does look just like him. Can y'all see it? Are y'all seeing this?
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah.
So, here's the thing. A lot of people were excited about this. I know Brendan Riley's excited about this. I know everybody out there who wanted a Cad is excited. Now, Joel, does this mean now that we got an updated head sculpt that this is going to be up for pre-order soon?
Oh, it's hard to say, you know.
Yeah. Go ahead, bro. You go on this one.
It's hard to say, especially because we are seeing this directly on Sideshow. I was thinking maybe we would see maybe an Instagram post from JC Hong with the head sculpt in the hand, right? But it's from Sideshow, and only you guys over there know about this head sculpt. People in Hong Kong, we only knew through Facebook. We never knew about this head sculpt. But I mean, if they are showing the head sculpt, means the head sculpt is ready. Probably there was some licensing issues with the likeness, and they solved that. They have the head sculpt ready. So I think now it's good to go. They have everything done. The figure is done because they already show it a couple of times.
Yeah.
They just needed a head sculpt. So I'm quite positive that we are going to see during this event that is happening in Japan, that is it goes until October. I'm positive we are going to see this one dropping quite soon, and I hope so, because the figure that I really want. I just don't know if they are going to brand it Book of Boba Fett or Mandalorian. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, that's the truth. And here's the thing, because you bring up an interesting point, guys. So that the Sideshow New York Con is coming. So yeah, I think it's a high possibility that we're going to actually see Cobb up for pre-order. Rich, is this something that you're interested in, bro?
You know what? Actually, yeah, it really is. I love this character. I really like Timothy Oliphant as well from Deadwood. He brings the old school Clint Eastwood to the Star Wars universe. I love this, and I really love the Cad Bane bit as well, when he's walking through the desert and he's here and they're about to go and do the draw. Hopefully you can remove the Boba armor to do the Boba Fett to the Book of Boba Fett scene, because that would be awesome. I am 100% getting this. I have held back quite a bit with some Star Wars stuff because I want them to have companion pieces. I've started to rather than just doing one-offs, I want to start and do more and more companion pieces with some of my stuff that I'm ordering, so it looks better on the shelf, so they don't just look completely alien. So it's definitely something for me. He has a look in this picture very similar to Ewan McGregor from Obi-Wan. I don't know whether it's because his mouth is slightly open and his nose is slightly wider. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But I think it looks great. I'm all on it. And because of this, when this gets announced, I will get Cad Bane as well. Because before I was holding off, and
because you were waiting for this, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. that was my idea behind it. There's a method behind my madness. So
got you. So, have to do something really quick here. Cam, this is Cam, man, bro.
He said nah.
You're not gonna do it, Cam.
Nah,
you gotta be strong.
Hell no. Hell no.
I
mean, I love. Listen, I love.
You getting the Vader, aren't you? Right?
This don't even. I mean, if I get this one, I might as well get like 10 stormtroopers tomorrow. Then, if that's the case, like,
why not? Are you not getting 10 stormtroopers?
Why not?
Why not?
This is the problem.
Come on, Cam.
All you need is the ruler 2, baby. Ruler 2. That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen at home, do you remember how I said you get friends like this? Don't get friends like this. Okay? They want your collection to look good, but they want your pockets empty at the same time. Okay? So now listen, the sculpt looks great. Honestly, from that view, it kind of reminds me of a statue more than anything. But I mean, of course, it's the pixels aren't super great until we get a larger picture. But I really do hope for the people that are getting this figure that you can take off that Boba Fett armor, because you could pose them up with that with the Cad Bane figure, like Rich said. So no, it's gonna be a no.
That's gonna be a no.
End of the day.
He said at the end of the day, nah, it ain't even happening, Captain. Now there has to be one on the show that's a wild card. I think we all know who that is, if I'm right. At this point, Shane.
Activated.
Activated.
Is this a figure, bro? Like, is this something that we could see in your collection, or no?
Did you say you saw this on Slideshow?
Yeah. If you've RSVP'd the figure, then you go to your RSVP list, then you'll see the head sculpt. Yeah.
Yeah. So like kind of in like coming soon section, you'd be saying, yeah. Kind of in the same coming soon section that the 1989 Batman 2.0 should be in. This looks nothing like Michael Keaton to me. Right.
Yeah.
This one is not so straightforward because I gotta like the source material if I'm purchasing one of these things.
Yeah.
I gotta really like the source material. And Book of Boba Fett, I'm not gonna go into it, I'm gonna say, but episode 5 and 6 of the Book of Boba Fett are kind of like Mandalorian 2.5. Everyone knows this. And I think the best thing that I saw in the Book of Boba Fett was that scene when Cad Bane walked out of the desert. That was amazing content. I ate that up. Nom. Ate that all up. Loved it.
Yeah.
Cad Bane was fantastic. Oliphant was great as well. But as Beskar Kid points out in the chat, because he has the armor, it's probably Mandalorian branded.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. Now maybe they do something a little different and they give us the armor and call it Mandalorian, but you can take it off to represent what he looked like in Boba Fett, or they brand the Book of Boba Fett and still make the armor removable. It's a strange one, because when I saw the Cad Bane, I was like, that looks amazing. I love that scene. I'd love that. But I'm not getting a Boba from the Book of Boba Fett. You know what I mean? I've got the Boba Robot, and I've got the Empire Strikes Back. I don't need another one.
Gotcha.
But I can justify getting this to pair with Cad if this represents what it looks like. And SJC360, it's not the branding necessarily. It's like, if to recreate that scene, because he doesn't have the armor, that's what I'd be going for, if that makes sense. So if you could remove the armor and he looks like the Book of Boba Fett. So I'm not sure about this one. I'm not sure. I can't rule it out, but I do really want the Cad Bane, and I would like to compare it with. And I do like this guy. So, but I'm not sure. I want to see more. I want to know more.
You're on the fence about it for right now.
Yeah. It's like that.
Gotcha.
Is it Starship Troopers? Would you like to know more? Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to know more. I want to see.
And here's the thing, because here's why I'm sort of like on the fence myself. Not on the fence about getting the figure because I want it. It's on the fence about whether or not it'll be released. Remember when we did get before, long time ago, we got an updated, not sculpt, slightly a sculpt, but then also an updated body for that Valkyrie figure. And we thought, oh, wow, they updated it. We'll see it soon. It took us years after that to really get it in hand. So that's why I'm holding it. I'm just kind of holding back, and I'm like, okay, I'll wait and see type of situation. But I know once it's released, I will get it. Once they put it up, if it's again, we need to see that head sculpt. And with New York Comic Con coming around the corner, Sideshow Con coming around the corner as far as New York is concerned, it's a high possibility that we'll actually see it. Lou, is this something that you're going to get in your collection, bro?
More than likely, because I'm only collecting bits and pieces from Star Wars OT. Everything else is moments in Star Wars that matter to me, and Cobb Vanth is one of them. You have to have him with that showdown with Cad Bane, or that duel with the dragon with Mando, because this is basically the Mandalorian version, because he had the armor then, and he didn't give up the armor until he's like, okay, I'll slay this dragon, but you're gonna give up that armor, and we got a bunch of Easter eggs from that film, and I did the review for the repaint version, and I've seen that armor. It's removable. It is removable. You will be able to remove this. There's Velcros in the back. So getting this, taking the armor off, and I'm gonna have him with his red shirt, because literally that scene with Cad Bane, it wasn't so much the armor that gave him that authority. He's his own badass, and we got to see it because he wasn't afraid of Cad Bane. He wasn't. And he just went.
Yeah. So. Yeah. I don't know.
It's a buy. It's a buy for me. It's a buy for me. It's one of those characters that since we are gonna get this head sculpt, and they show it, because I don't think they have a chance in hell to sell this figure without a head sculpt. True. It's sacrilege to do so, because you can't label it as Boba Fett because it's someone else wearing the armor. So you gotta pay respect where respect is due, and this actor did his thing most of the time without the helmet on. All his acting was without the helmet. Only certain action scenes with it on, and but this right here is a buy. It's one of those characters that's like similar to, if not better than, in my opinion, Quill. Like more enjoyable. We know what happened with Quill, but he's still around and kicking. We know if you watch the Book of Boba Fett, he's still around and kicking. This is just his first appearance. So,
in the Boba, we actually saw him in the BAFTA tank with the guy that does the mods. I'm hoping that they don't mod him, man. Come on, leave it alone.
They're gonna give him the RoboCop arm. You already know you're gonna be like.
I hope they don't. Just leave it alone. Don't do it. Don't do it. Anyway, I'm excited about this piece, man. I mean, again, I wish I had a clearer picture to see the sculpt, but I mean, it's there. I know this is mainly going to be the talk and the conversation going forward, but I hope in a good way. I mean, because I think there'll be a lot of people out there that really want this piece and they'll collect it. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm definitely excited about it, and I can't wait. You guys out there, let me know what you actually think. We got Commander Green out there. He's the 1/6 scale man. This is a figure that we probably won't get again. Probably only one version will ever be made. That's true. That's the truth. That's definitely true.
Yeah. Do you know who that the mod guy is?
I don't know his name.
Thundercat.
Oh, that's Thundercat.
Yeah, the artist Thundercat. Yeah,
Word.
I don't know how he got in Star Wars, but
I don't. They added him there, so I don't. Yeah, wow. Okay, well,
yeah, random.
But yeah, it random, like randomly they
very random.
Very random. But great point, man. Great point there. Lou had to bounce out because of family, man. Got it, go. He said family.
Yeah.
My bad. Anyway, no doubt, bro. But Lou, thank you for being here with us, man. We're about to close out the show right now anyway, because I think we've actually covered everything.
All right.
See you, man.
Great chat with everybody, guys. Thank you for basically being here. Now, let me actually just go around really quick. Lou, since you got to go real quick, let everybody know what you got going, and we'll let you go.
All right. Cable will be up next on review table, and actual review comparison between the Chrome Stormtrooper and the Mandalorian version of the Stormtrooper. Okay. So you get to see a comparison of what's what do you get, what's different. Obviously, it's going to be the Shang stuff, but packaging, overall presentation, that kind of stuff. And of course, you're going to see me floating around between SB, Maz, your streams, brother cousins. You're going to see me everywhere. You know what I mean? I'm that cousin you can't kick out the door. You know what I mean? I'm always in your refrigerator taking a beer or a sandwich or something. You already know. You already know. But I love you guys. All right.
All right, man. Peace out, bro. Thank you for being here.
What's up, bro? Take care.
Hit
that
like
button. Yes, definitely. 115 people here watching. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and everybody here. So, Lou, thank you for being here, brother. As always.
Appreciate you. Love y'all.
Yeah, man. Shane, bro, what you got coming up next on your channel, brother?
Do you mind if I actually share the screen? Sorry, could you go on to Rich there? So I just want to organize this a bit easier.
Okay, we'll go to Rich. Rich, real quick, man. What you got going on, man? What you got coming up?
Tuesday we have Film Club with Shane, Cam, and Al. One six scale. Sorry, gallery. Al, he's going to be joining us to talk RoboCop, the 1987 classic. 80s
Put me
classic.
in. Put me in. I'll be there.
Oh, you're free now. Are you okay?
Yeah,
okay,
I
awesome.
got everything squared away, so I'm good.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. So Al will be joining us as well. Be talking all about RoboCop last week. If you guys did not see it, we talked Rogue One. It was a fantastic episode, and we really loved it. no surprise there, but we had a really good discussion. If everybody can, who's on this chat at the moment, if you can subscribe to my channel, I am currently on 249 subscribers.
Yes.
So very close.
And the link is in the bio. So the link is actually not the link is not. It's actually the link is in the description below. So make sure that you
brilliant.
Subscribe. All the links.
Thank you. Yeah. So if everyone can subscribe to my channel, would very much appreciate it. Now I've freed up a bit more time. I'm going to be doing a few more reviews on 1/6, and I also got some movie news coming up as well. So please subscribe, and I very much appreciate for being here as well. Lovely seeing you all. Appreciate it.
Definitely, real quick, man. Thank you for that. And always, if you haven't already, reviews with Rich on IG and YouTube. Thank you very much for that. You ready, Shane? Because you want me to pull this up here real quick?
Yeah, I'm ready now.
Got that, man. Definitely.
Obviously, thanks very much for having me. Appreciate it. It's always a great way to end the week, and it's just a nice time. I don't have to get up at 3:00 in the morning. So a few weeks ago on my Instagram, I put up a poll, and there's 3 different options, and I got people to vote what video they want me to make, and I ended up making all 3 of them. So just the last one, those 3. So that's up on live on my channel now, my top 10 Hot Toys figures. This went up yesterday. It's just my opinions, and a lot of them I've shared today. Similar, a lot of them I've shared today. These are all up online.
Yes.
This one goes live today at 9:30. I was very lucky to pick this one up for $300 shipped. So that
Nice.
review,
Hell yeah.
it's a short review.
Amazing.
It's not like a Justin or a Jetta. I don't do articulation. It's just like the box, the accessories, just what it looks like. Very, very quick in and out. Like, so 3 minutes tops. And in this one, my face is hilarious in that, because the box was absolutely huge and I was trying to squeeze my face and the box into the frame. But yeah, this piece is absolutely mind blowing. It has dethroned the Mark 6. This is now my favorite figure in my collection, and with the Mark 6 just tipped at number 2. So that's live, should be going live probably tomorrow night. I have Ian, that's the guy on the left, or the character on the left here, from OFAC. That's one of the branches of Collecting Weekly. Do an episode of Visions this Thursday. That's scheduled, and then tomorrow night. I thought I had another one there. Tomorrow night, basically, I'm going live on the Focus, so it's scheduled as well. So, thanks very much for having me, and I can get this out of here now. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. We appreciate that. If you haven't already, follow 1/6 Scale Figure Focus on IG and YouTube. Great content as always, brother. Thank you for being here. Really quick, we got a $25 bomb by Dalia Meyer for the younglings. Thank you so much for that. I definitely appreciate that, and it will go towards a great cause. We definitely appreciate that. So thank you for coming through with the contribution. Cam, what you got coming on next, bro? What you got? What can we look out for, bro?
First and foremost, man, thank you for always having me here. As always, no milk just yet, but I am currently starting to do the videos for the Unicorn Blood, Dead Man's Toe, as well as Butterbeer, which will be dropping this October. And then I'll also be on Film Club on Tuesday on Rich's channel. And then I'll be back for Say What with you on Wednesday. But next Sunday I will not be here, guys. I'm going to release that now. I am a Washington Commanders fan, so I'm going to Dallas to watch them play for my birthday, which is next Sunday.
Oh, wow.
I am. Yeah, it'll be my first time in Dallas, so going with a couple buddies and stuff.
Yeah,
we'll out there for
hey,
the weekend.
Can I let you know a little secret, bro?
What's up, bro?
That's been my squad for years, bro. Like straight up. Like
the Commanders?
We haven't seen it. Well, you know when it skins, but we haven't seen the championship since 1992. So we'll leave that back. But anyway, that's my squad.
I just support, but we probably gonna get torched. So that's probably how it's gonna go. I'll get fried if y'all see me on World Star fighting some drunk random dude. Then that was me. That was not an illusion. That was me fighting that guy. But yeah, man, should be a good time though. I could take him. Yeah.
Straight up, man. So
man. Thank you for having me, bro. Appreciate being here.
Thank you, man. Thank you for being here. Cam's Collection, IG, YouTube, all day. You already know how it is.
Oh,
man.
I'm sorry. I am 7 away from 300.
7 people.
Oh yes.
Subscribe if you haven't already. Get out there and do it right now if you haven't already. Thank you for being here, man, as always. And last but not least, my bro, what's going on, big brother? Man, thank you for being here and coming through, man, and just taking time out of your schedule to be a part of this, bro. I really do appreciate it, man.
No, amazing. Thank you a lot for inviting me over. It was a very nice stream. I really enjoy it. All topics, amazing. I'm going to review the Kingpin from So Toys. It's a very promising figure. I think they nailed it, that one. I think I'm going to get it tomorrow. I think I'm going to receive it tomorrow. I'm very curious to see how they did that head sculpt with the blood, bloody head sculpt
and everything, because that's the one I've been anticipating,
is this
bro.
the white suit with the black?
The white suit.
Oh my god, that sounds amazing. I really want that one. I think
I'm going to get it tomorrow, and I will have the review up. And yeah, I'm going to checking if I can back to live streams this week. If so, I'm going to tweet you all, guys, to check if you guys are available.
Yeah, please.
Hell yeah.
And but yeah, about Hot Toys releases, just a heads up, is from October 1 to October 8, China will be completely closed on holidays. So if anything is released in Hong Kong, should be before that, but I think at this moment doesn't matter so much, because I think everything is going through Sideshow first. But just a heads up, we will not see anything in that week, because everyone will be on holidays. But once again, thank you so much, Lyle, for having me over, man. I really appreciate it. Was a very nice time.
Definitely, man. Thank you for being here. If you haven't already, follow Big Brother 81 on IG and YouTube. I actually have the link. The link is in the description below. So make sure that you follow everyone here. Again, you guys out there, thank you very much for being a part of today's show. Had a good time, good chat. As always, you guys stay safe out there in the chat. Everybody who's donated towards the Halloween initiative, thank you very much. All proceeds have and will continue to go towards that. So we do thank you all the way up until the 1st of October. Do appreciate that. Again, you guys have a fun time, a fun day. We love y'all. As always, man, make sure that you're positive to everyone around you. Just keep collecting and keep it positive all day, every day. We will see y'all next week. We are out. Peace.
break.